Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, here today in Birmingham with Michael Hennessy Jr., who could have got a haircut for this interview. You could have at least made yourself look half presentable, mate. I ain't going to lie.
If I knew you were here, Oscar, I definitely would have done, but you caught me by surprise, so apologies, people, for the trim. I'll get it sorted this weekend.
I wasn't even going to say anything until you said it. Yeah, here today in Birmingham to watch Sam Eggington against Belgique, to a little cinema screening of what I think is probably going to be fight of the year. I just want to ask you what your old man's saying about it, because I know after the show, I mean, he bought about 100 pizzas back to the hotel, bought everyone loads of drinks. He was in celebration mood, and rightly so, because that was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
No, me too, 100%. Like, the best fight I've ever seen live. Well, actually, the best fight I've ever seen since I've been alive, to be honest with you. It was incredible, just back and forth, nip and tuck. And yeah, it's definitely a cause for celebration, because there's no doubt it's going to be fight of the year. I can't see it being beaten before the end of the year. And, you know, Sam came away with a victory as well against the top undefeated fighter. So, yeah, it was celebrations all around.
Obviously, you must get nervous watching Sam in there, because obviously you want your stablemates and whatnot to do well. But you must also get a buzz as well, because at some point in your career, you're going to have a war and come out victorious. And it's like the Rocky movie scene, and that's the sort of thing I suppose you dream about, having fights like that and coming out victorious.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the dream, having a war toe-to-toe for a big title, live on TV in the main event. It's what dreams are made of, really. Like you say, we grew up watching Rocky and stuff, but after Sam's fight, my mum did say to me, please promise me you'll never be in a fight like that. So I'll try my best. But
I can imagine she's on the phone to your training team going, make sure he fights on the back foot, make sure he fights on the back foot.
Yeah, definitely. She likes me to stick to my boxing and get hit as loose as possible, but I like getting into a tear-up sometimes. So
Sorry to Mrs. Hennessy, it's going to come at some point. It is going to come at some point. Let's quickly recap your last performance. I know we did on the night. Yeah, your first stoppage as well, so sort of that weight off your shoulders, and not just any old stoppage, you blitzed through your man.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was over the moon with my performance. You know, I've been recently started doing some strength and conditioning after my previous fight versus Paul Cummins, and I feel like that made a massive difference to my strength and power. I felt it in there big time. You know, also a lot of the stuff I've been working on with my coach, Junior Saba, you know, opening fighters up a lot better rather than loading up and being a little bit predictable. And although it was over quick and I didn't get to show as much as I'd have liked to, you know, I'm not complaining, because you don't get paid for overtime. So
there it is, don't get paid for overtime. You mentioned about doing strength and conditioning and feeling stronger than you did when you fought Paul Cummins. Obviously, you turned over very young. You could have stuck in the amateurs a lot longer and achieved some more there. So I suppose when you turn over then compared to now, do you almost feel like you've gone from a child to an adult, if that makes sense?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like my pro debut seems like a distant memory now. It feels like I've been in the pros for ages. I was only 19, you know, not physically mature, but also mentally as well. I feel like I had a lot of maturity mentally, you know, cutting corners without realizing it, not realizing what it takes in the pros, because it is a big difference to the amateurs. You can't cut corners like you can with 3-round fights, you know, because you get found out. So yeah, I've got an amazing team behind me now. I'm doing all the right things, and the only way is up for sure. The performances are going to get better and better.
I suppose people do know this, obviously, but people, I suppose, need to remember as well that you're coming into the pro game with such pressure. Like, I remember I spoke to you after your second fight, and you said, I want to get out of my dad's shadow. I don't want to be Michael Hennessy Jr. I want to be the Michael Hennessy. It's just, you're coming in with massive pressure. So mentally, has it been quite a hard start from the beginning of the pros to now?
You know what? In the beginning, it was quite hard dealing with that pressure, you know. But I feel like every fight, you know, I deal with it a lot better, and I'm just focused on myself now. I'm not worried about people saying like being in my dad's shadow. I'm just gonna keep doing the right things. Hopefully, the performances will come, and then, you know, he'll be Michael Hennessy's dad, and rather than me being Mick Hennessy's son. So,
love it. And in terms of the opponent next time, sort of another man that's going to give you different problems, perhaps someone who's a little bit more durable and a different fighting style, just so you can get used to fighting sort of different sort of people.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking for a little step up. I'll leave that down to my team, what they want. I'd like to step up to an 8-round. I think I'm ready to do that. I've been doing 8 rounds in the gym comfortably. So
a fight like that, it won't go 8 rounds.
Yeah. Hopefully, unfortunately, they're not all going to be as quick as that, I don't think. But yeah, always looking to step up and hopefully keep getting the wins. Yeah. And stoppages if possible.
And stoppages, of course. Right, yeah, thanks for talking to me, Michael. Good to see you as always. A little recap of your last fight, and November the 13th, you will be back out and back flying. Yeah.
Absolutely. November 13th, everyone tune in. It's going to be a great time. Great fight time. Oh my God.
Great. He messed up. What he actually meant to say is that on November the 13th, tune in.
It's going to be
because it's going to be a great evening. Yeah.
Great event. And great to see you as always, Oscar.
You're not quite the promoter your dad is, but
It's the cameras, I get nervous.